Hi, I'm Michael Pink, the Artistic Director for the Milwaukee Ballet. There can be no question that all of us are so excited to finally be back on stage at the PAC in the Nutcracker. It is, of course, the family tradition. We all love performing it, largely because it's a production that we can present for 3 weeks. We get to really practice our craft of dancers, being artists, and it really brings us together and solidifies us as an organization because we have all of our marvelous students from the school, we have our orchestra with us. I calculated recently that we probably have about 250 people working for the Milwaukee Ballet for every single show backstage, bringing this to the audience, and that's a huge amount of people, so it has a real family feel to it. You know, having performed in many different productions of the Nutcracker and seen way too many, there's one major part of most productions that I see that I felt was very missing, and that was really the true sort of narrative of Clara in particular, but her brother Fritz. So when I created this production in 2003, I wanted to make sure that the story was an adventure for the children, the family. So it's Fritz, it's Clara and their elder sister Marie, and they go on this fantastical journey, which is the Nutcracker story. By doing that, that meant that I could continue the storytelling throughout the whole of the second act. Traditionally, a lot of second acts become very much about just the standalone dancing numbers, the Spanish, the Arabian, the Chinese, the Mother Ginger. I wanted to make sure that it was all integrated by making sure those family members were involved in each of those dances or a part of those dances, and I think that makes it truly unique. It also requires our dancers to be fine actors. They really need to be able to tell their story and their narrative all the way through the production. I'm particularly proud of the party scene, which is in Act 1. It has such levels of detail and I think authenticity to it that it creates what appears to be just organized chaos on stage. But then what major household that brings all these people together at Christmas time is not organized chaos? There's so many things going on, and the children are behaving badly or not, and the grandparents are late, and Drosselmeyer comes in late, and then he wants to dominate the party by doing things, and the father, Fritz finds a dead rat, and the father throws it in the fireplace, much against his wife's advice, because, hey, he knows best, or so he thought. So there's all these wonderful sort of domestic narratives going on that I think allow our audience members year after year to come back and see something different in the performance. They really do relate to different characters year upon year. And then of course Nutcracker is traditionally a time when our students perform with us. So for each of those students who may have begun as a little angel, they've gone all the way through to being party kids. And for them, their family have followed them year upon year. So they could be with us for 6, 7, 8 years. And that, again, is a great part of the family tradition, our family tradition of the Nutcracker. One of the things that I really celebrate about the dancers in this company is they're all totally unique. In fact, we're all unique. But when they get on stage and they're acting one of the many different roles that they'll be cast to do, I love seeing how they bring their individual little quirks and their personalities into those roles. So again, even though the structure of the role is exactly the same, if this was a play, the words would be the same, but it's how you say them and how you deliver them and how you use those words to really sort of fine-tune your individual personality, your character on stage. And again, I love watching our younger artists growing confidence to be able to do that, because initially dancers are used to being told just do this and do that, don't ask why, go and do it. We don't work that way here. I encourage everybody to know why they're doing everything, and then once they understand why, they can begin to take an attitude to it, they can begin to have an opinion, and that will help shape their performance. And what's always interesting is it's the older members of the company who play the younger characters like Clara and Fritz, who are by far the youngest at heart and mind and have such a fantastic time reliving their youth in a way perhaps they didn't. But I always admire just the fact how youthful they can be in every single performance.
My name's Daniela, and I'm starting my 3rd year at the company. I'm so excited to be back at the Marcus Center, and I could speak on behalf of the other dancers as well. it's just an indescribable feeling getting to perform for a big group of people, and the energy that the audience gives us more energy to give back. So I feel like it's just so special to be back, and we truly missed it. First time I saw the Nutcracker, I was about 5 years old, but I still had stage fright, and I told my mom I didn't want to do Nutcracker until I was 6 or 7. And when that time came, instead of being scared, I was really excited, and my first role was a little mouse. This year I'll be dancing Clara, and it's different from any of the roles I've had to dance before because you remain on stage throughout the whole show, and you're responsible for carrying her character from Act 1 all the way through Act 2. And she's just a really fun and energetic little kid, and it's really fun to play her. All of the past and current Claras, they've been really helping mentor and guide me throughout the whole rehearsal process, and it's really great to see them work as Clara as well, because I can get new ideas from them. And I love Michael Pink's emphasis that it's not about copying each other, but it's more about taking your own interpretation. But it's great to see different versions and take what you like from it and what you can add. And so it's been a lifesaver throughout this rehearsal process. Michael Pink definitely puts more of an emphasis on the acting and the storyline of the Nutcracker, versus I feel like other companies might push that aside and focus mainly on the dancing steps. But in this version, there's no little or small character. Everyone has a purpose and intention, and I feel like that makes world of a difference for the audience, because they're able to imagine that they're fully in the story with you, and I find that very, very unique and special.
So for us, in doing a Nutcracker and being able to say to a wonderful dancer, Joe Cook, Joe, we'd like you to try and we'd like to cast you as Carl this year. Well, I told him 2 years ago I was going to do that, and now we're able to be back on stage. We've been working for the last month with Joe to try and really bring him to a place where he is ready to be able to step out on stage and do his first major principal role.
My name is Josiah Cook. I'm an artist with Milwaukee Ballet, and this is my 5th season with the company. Coming back to the Market Center for Nutcracker, it feels like a homecoming. Like, it legitimately, there was something missing last year. You know, we did short and sweet at the BCD, and that was great, you know, that we were able to put that on, you know, all things considered. Like, I'm really impressed with the company, but the fact that we're finally getting back to the PAC is, it's so exciting. You know, the energy in that theater is palpable, and especially since they've remodeled everything in there too. It's just gorgeous. I can't wait to get on stage. The first time I danced in the Nutcracker, I think it was maybe 3 years after I started dancing, so still very, very new at this. But I was cast as the prince because I was the only boy in the studio, and you know, that's what they do. So all of my steps were super, super basic, but I remember my class was the Mother Ginger kids, and so me as Nutcracker Prince, that was basically my big dance in the show, was also in Mother Ginger, and then I just sat for the rest of the time. But that was it. That was my first experience with Nutcracker. Done anything from, you know, Jax, Spanish, Arabian, Party Parent, all the way down to moving the fireplace, and I was the butler in my MB2 year. So I've really kind of just ping-ponged around, you know, different roles, and I've gotten to, you know, watch this production for the past 5 years, and every time we do it, I discover something new and something else that I love about it, and it always stands out to me how magical Michael's production is. Even just watching from backstage, I always get chills during the snow scene or even transformation. It's just so wondrous, you know.
We are truly so excited to be back on stage performing the Nutcracker for you, and without you, there really wouldn't be any reason to do it. So let's all get together, let's all celebrate this wonderful family tradition, and let's look forward to the next 10, 20, 50, 30, 40, 100 years of Nutcracker.